Hello there.
It's been. Where have you been? It's been a long
It's
time,
Obi-Wan
young
Kenobi.
Padawan.
I've been here all this time.
Hello, guys. Welcome to our podcast of the Buttery Show. We are discussing the final 2 episodes of Obi-Wan Kenobi, episodes 5 and 6. I have back is my 2 red Pinoys. We have Red Pinoy 1, aka the Pinoy Inquisitor, and Marvin, aka MBS Cosplay here.
I'm doing peace signs in China. Oh, there we go.
I guess.
Yeah.
And we have other Red Pinoy, aka Asian Ezra, aka Asian, I don't know, Asian Space Boy, Justin Capiting.
Yo, what's up?
What's up? What's up?
Hey,
So
how's
you have
it?
me. Yes, you have me, the host Ryan, aka Golden Nugget. I don't have a space name, but whatever. But again, guys, welcome back, and it's nice to have you guys again.
Doing
Good
great.
to be back. Thank
Be
you.
Oh
back.
man, this past week for this series, ooh, I love it.
Mhm.
Good time to be a Star Wars fan.
It's a good
Mhm.
time to be a Star Wars fan. Like, I'll say this: Episode 5, it was okay. Episode 6, like, yes, I cried, I cheered. Episode was a very great episode. I would say this
Episode
episode.
5 is better than episode 4 at least.
Yeah, episode 4 was trash. I'm sorry. But anyway,
I
episode
thought it
5
was-
Oh, what?
No,
No,
it
I wouldn't go that far.
was.
think of it like a filler.
was.
Think of it as a filler episode that you can skip.
Fine. But there better be a season 2 because this I have 6 episodes. Like, come on. But
I
anyway,
have some things about that, but we'll talk about that later.
But anyway, guys, so again, Obi-Wan Kenobi, episodes 5 and 6. So these are the last 2 episodes of the limited series from Disney Plus, also produced by Lucasfilm. So let's get started. So episode 5. Episode 5 leads up after episode 4, where they save Leia, where what's her name? Obi-Wan and Tala save Leia from the Inquisitor Castle, or
The
Inquisitor
Fortress
base.
Inquisitorius.
Inquisitorius.
yeah.
Thank you, Marv.
Yes.
I mean,
so they're
that's
back.
Lord Vader's castle. Whoops.
So they're back at not this.
They
So they're
both
back.
look the same. They're both triangular.
Yeah.
So they're back at not discount Geonosis. I forgot the planet's name.
Jabin.
Jabin.
Okay. I called not this. I called not they discounted
Geonosis from Wish.
No, episode 2. Remember episode
The
I
Wish.
called it-
The Wish Geonosis. Oh god. The Wish.
But anyway,
Geonosis. Yeah.
So we have Tala and Obi-Wan running up, trying to escape, because we find out that Reva put a tracker on Lola. So Lola's technically a bad guy in this episode. Kind of sad. She turned to the dark side.
Yeah.
She
Not
turned
sure
to the
how
dark
that
side.
rewires a droid from doing basic functions, because that's what a restraining bolt does.
Yep.
Why does it turn a droid evil?
Oh my gosh.
I'm
And oh god, our producer's here. What do you want, birthday boy?
your king. Cody.
Oh.
Well, shouts to Cody, our main producer of the Buttery Show. He's the one that runs this page. So thank you and happy birthday, bro.
Oh, it's his
Oh,
birthday.
happy birthday.
So we shall sing a happy birthday. Happy
No,
birthday. No, happy.
I'm not singing.
Nah,
Happy birthday.
we're not singing. Here, we'll do a Star Wars greeting. Happy Origin Day.
Yes.
Happy Origin Day. No, happy Life Day from Chewbacca's family.
Life
Hey,
Day is
no,
Christmas.
Life Day
You've
is more
got it all
Christmas.
confused.
Origin
man.
Day is birthdays. I learned that at Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah.
No. Anyway, but yeah. So again, let's go straight to it. This episode 5. Oh, going back. So episode 5, of course, they get tracked. Darth Vader comes in, basically goes to Reva, and that's where we see again not really a rematch of Obi-Wan versus Darth Vader, but with this episode 5 kind of shows a battle of wits. And I also loved about this episode was like we had Hayden Christensen back as Anakin and Obi-Wan. Like basically they reprised their episode 2 roles when they were like younger. I was like, and keep in mind they were at the age. They did not de-age them. I'm like so glad. I'm like, and that was one of the best choreographed sequences I have seen for a long time. Better than sequel trilogy called. But anyway. Anyway.
Shots
Oh,
fired.
I will
That-
fight you on that one.
It's facts. But anyway, so Marvin, your thoughts on episode 5.
I thought episode 5 was what episode 4 should have been. um,
Oh, okay.
Shots
but
fired.
but I really do like how the flashbacks between Obi-Wan and Anakin sparring on Coruscant is basically like how Vader and Obi-Wan's like combat strategy is going, you know?
Hmm.
And then you see it that Anakin will do anything to win, but the thing is, like, he's only thinking for the victory. He's not thinking of any backup plan. Obi-Wan, it's
Yeah.
like it's he knows he has a higher chance of losing, but because of the fact that Anakin's blinded with his pride, he'll slip. And you see that towards the end of the episode by the time Vader gets into the um the base.
Right.
Okay. Justin, your thoughts on this episode?
So my thoughts on this episode, as we've mentioned before in previous episodes discussing the series, I especially love how for this 6-part series they mirror a lot of the prequel and the original trilogy. Since part 5 is very reminiscent to episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back.
Oh yeah.
The tension felt really high. The execution was great, and a lot of people had theories about Riva at this point, and a lot of
Called
people
it.
did call it. Um, Especially seeing the one of the Padawans from the very first episode, seeing this unravel from the point that she descends on her ship with the trooper carriers using the sentry gun, and then Obi-Wan finding out you're not hunting me, you're hunting him.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all a ruse, and it had that perfect unravel amidst all the high octane action and everything. And we got to see a lot of blaster action, very reminiscent to Rogue One with the with those of the path. And yeah, no, there some tears were shed. I will admit.
I shed a tear when she said, "Where were you when he was killing my friends? We thought that he was here to help." I'm like, oh,
Yeah, that was
no.
a big burn. And then I saw all the memes the day of. I'm like, Riva, I was riding a big lizard on Utapau. I'm like, oh god, the
Like,
memes.
I was like, oh yeah, and there was a disclaimer at the beginning of this episode.
Oh yeah. Like,
I
Well-
was not expecting a disclaimer.
well, you
like
gotta
that.
remember like what the recent events that happened, the tragic
Oh yeah,
events
that's
happened
true.
2-3 weeks
True.
ago. And you had Anakin doing the most.
Yeah, right.
So
They
But
started
then,
showing them on each episode because actually a lot of people started seeing it when the first 2 episodes went live on Disney Plus.
mm,
Some accounts saw it, others they started putting it more into each of the episodes.
okay.
Yeah, I remember seeing that and hearing about it when we were at celebrations, due to those the tragedies that happened.
hmm
Um, but just to wrap up my general thoughts, part 5 was absolutely phenomenal, and we will. I hope we get to discuss that duel towards the end of this part
Yeah.
5 because
hmm That was great.
seeing that
Yes.
mix with both Hayden and his stunt doubles,
Mhm.
it was really cool to see
yes.
from start to finish.
Yes. So again, we find out that Reva is basically the youngling. Surprise! Shocking surprise. Ooh, but okay, we knew she was the youngling. It's obvious. But I'll say this: the first 3 episodes or 4, I really did not like Reva. I thought she was annoying. But thing is, this episode kind of, I'm serious, this episode redeemed her. Like, oh shoot, there's a reason why she's like that. She has that anger.
Mhm.
She has that anger, and I feel bad because like she just legit watched her friends die in front of her. So
She has
she's-
survivor's guilt.
she has survivor's guilt.
Mhm.
Like I should have died too. All her friends got killed, and yet same guy. And then plus like it's the same person that stabbed her. It's like, well, you know. Also,
Is the
another thing
one
is
that
like,
trained her.
but
Yeah.
but I do like the only thing I do have a little nitpick was like, why did you have to shoot Obi-Wan? I get it, you're trying to do a ruse, but I will not forgive her completely because she's also the reason why Tala died.
Hmm.
And I started to like
Yeah.
Tala. I started to like Tala, but I cannot 100% forgive her. Like she's the reason why Tala died. That's
Mhm.
straight facts. And yeah, but just for a ruse, I'm like, oh come on. So Tala unfortunately gets killed.
She
Uh,
sacrifices
she
herself.
sacrificed herself doing a grenade.
That's the
Thermal
shiniest
detonator.
thermal detonator that
I know.
She's
Like
like,
usually
made up for.
thermal detonators are like this gray. They're not chromed out.
You know what's funny?
Yeah.
You know what's funny? Like me and my friends thought, oh, he was developing feelings for her. Like crap, no.
I don't think he was developing feelings.
Hey,
Oh no, no, no.
I know,
No.
but like I
Because
know
of
her dad. Like again, he was acting and was really good, but her
Mhm.
dad kind of reminded me of Satine's dad in Clone Wars.
but
Okay.
Satine was actually more of a romance for Obi-Wan. Tala was more like someone who sympathizes for what he's been through.
You never
Right.
know that. But anyway,
No, I think you're just on the shipping ship
shut
too
Yeah.
hard, man.
Hey,
Ship
hey,
friend.
Obi-Wan needed a woman.
No, Obi-Wan had his
Oh,
and she's
no.
dead.
That's right. Obi-Wan is
It's
celibate,
first love
you
for
know.
Obi-Wan. Just like Anakin. He can't move on from Padme. Obi-Wan can't move on from Satine.
Oh,
There we go.
God. Oh my gosh. But anyway,
Debunked.
Debunked.
It's 2 out of 3.
shut up. But anyway, so going back, we do have a nice sequence where like Reva. Well, actually, no, I can poor. So they did reference Force Awakens. So there's
You mean Force
so
Unleashed?
oh, sorry, Force Unleashed, Force Unleashed. So
Okay,
there's
Force
Sorry.
Unleashed.
there's a scene like where the I want to say the refugees or the sympathizers, the Jedi sympathizers trying to escape, where they actually use a fake
The
they did a fake
partisans.
yeah
Partisans is what they're called.
yeah they did like a fake crew I don't know a ship
He used a
And-
decoy ship.
a decoy ship and then
Mhm.
like you did see Darth Vader do like Star Killer like oh crap that's from Force Unleashed. I like it. I like the fact that like it showed Darth Vader's true powers. Now here's the thing though, like that also is kind of like a plot hole because like how come he did not do that in Rogue One? Remember? He's like he should have done it, like wait
so-
He saw the Tantive 4 leaving.
yeah. I'm
Well,
like wait if you could do that how could you do that for Rogue One? So there's where it's a little bit with the writing like wait if you could do that how could you did not do that with Rogue One?
If he
Remember the
did that in Rogue One, Episode 4 wouldn't have happened.
I
I
know
wonder-
but plot hole logic. But again it was still a cool scene. But I'm like
I can debunk it. I'm gonna put on my Pablo Hidalgo hat right now.
Okay, do it.
go do it.
Okay, so usually on carrier ships or frigate ships, they have a breathable landing
Atmosphere.
bay. Right. This one did not have one at the end of Rogue One when the Tantive 4. So naturally, it just releases out into space. Vader is barely using his O2 from his breathing apparatus to barely breathe. That's enough for him to just literally stand until he can go back into the frigate that that Admiral Radis and the rebels were on. So the fact that he's jumbling, the fact that he's half alive and the suit is keeping him alive, it's hard to be like, I'm trying to pull with the Force. It's like,
Oh,
yeah,
that's true. And plus,
Okay,
he's using
fine.
the Force to pretty much stabilize his vitals
exactly.
24/7.
Yeah, using the Force can give him a lot of power to use, but again, it comes with a cost,
Okay.
as we've seen.
I give you that.
doing the
The dark side
3PO
messes you up,
seal-
man.
I give you that. So now we do see Reva and Darth Vader fight, right?
Yes.
Honestly, that was one of the best choreographed fight scenes I have seen for a long time in a lightsaber
And
fight
the fact
sequences.
that the half of the fight was Vader basically parrying and evading without a saber.
Yeah, she's just toying with her too. He's like, oh really? Come on. Now here's
And
my
I
thing.
love that Force ability to stop a saber blade. Only that only really powerful Force users have been able to do that.
Now here's my only complaint about that scene too. Well, it's not. I loved it, but it's my complaint about Vader.
Okay.
Like I noticed in the last 5 episodes, Vader's not. Besides him killing a Filipino family, he's not really ruthless in this one. Like I
It's
noticed,
mostly
it's
because um,
because like you
in
look at
terms
the.
of
Continue.
brutality, he compared to the third episode when he's terrorizing that village, he's doing it for a personal reason. This one, it's like crap. There's a threat in front of me trying to take me out. Although he's way above her in terms of threat level, and he can handle it easily.
Right.
Like he's giving her like the false. He's giving her false hope that she can take him on. That's why he's doing it.
No. I mean, like the thing is, like he did not kill her. Like he did not like after like he started he didn't like, finish her off. Like again with toying, because like and you look at the like comic books I read because I read the comic books, even like Star Wars what's like a Fallen Order. He's really brutal. Like he's really brutal. Like even the comics, he doesn't give a shit. Like he will kill for no reason. So I'm like, why is he holding himself back a lot? I noticed. I mean, it might be just me, but well,
Oh my God.
episode 6 he doesn't, but this one I'm like, why are you holding
Hang on
back?
just a moment, guys. We got a comment from our friend Jen here.
And she says, "Hello." Oh, she's like, you got cool backgrounds. By the way, I never watched. Don't watch
Why are you watching this right
Why are you
now?
watching this?
Leave! This is spoilers.
Just spoiler alert. Sorry, she'll watch it. I'm like, yeah, are you a Star Wars fan? Man, you're a Star Wars fan. Oh, okay. But okay, going back to the way I said, like, again, oh, like Vader so far, I don't know. He doesn't see he's brutal. But again, this is me. Now going to one of the not surprising like surprises. Yes, Grand Inquisitor is revealed to be alive.
Just in case, if anyone doubted
Yeah.
him being alive, despite the
I mean,
fact he's in Rebels.
Half the fandom probably didn't watch Rebels, so they're like, he's alive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
see, like that's the same guy in Rebels.
Yep,
but
he kills himself in Rebels actually. So
I know, but
Yeah.
so yeah, pretty much that's pretty much it. So again, the heroes. It was funny. It's kind of cool. Ice Cube's son is in Star Wars series. I kind of
O'Shea Jackson.
O'Shea Jackson. He's like, we have to be for a cause. Basically, you have an MCU actor, and you have one of the
He's in
son of
the
one of the greatest
MCU?
rappers. No. What's the name? The fake Jedi who was in Eternals.
Oh, Haja.
Haja, yeah.
Kumail
Yeah.
Nanjiani.
Kumail Nanjiani. Yeah.
Honestly, I forgot it. Kingo in the Eternals. Forgot.
Best Eternal.
Best, yeah,
Best
he is the best
Eternal.
Eternal, and he's also referenced a lot in Miss Marvel. So, but anyway,
Spoilers, man.
I would say just reference. It's come on, but anyway, it's been out for anyway.
I've
so,
only watched episode 1.
Uh-oh. Yeah, you gotta be careful now.
Ryan.
the spoiler ban has been lifted since SK. Anyway, but
Nope, that's your loss. Okay.
Anyways,
Continuing.
anyways, so again, honestly, this episode was really good. I love the choreography. It's just my only little nitpick is Vader's softness in this one. Like I'm like, oh come on, kill Rev. I was like, oh shit. I was actually scared. Like, oh fuck, he's gonna do it. Because I'm so used to like reading the comics and these the canon comics, and also, for like the Fallen Order, like oh god, he's actually gonna do it. He's actually gonna kill her like brutally. He's like, why'd you spare her? But again, that's me. So again, before we go to the next episode, what's your rating for episode 5?
out of 5, I give it a 4.5.
Okay, Justin.
I think I'd have to agree with Marvin on this one. 4.5 out of 5 for sure.
Same thing. 4 out of 5. Any final thoughts on episode 5? We go to the next episode.
Seeing more of the Force being used besides pushing and choking things, like you could literally tear ships apart. Very reminiscent of basically Force Unleashed, but I have a love-hate relationship with Force Unleashed, so we'll just leave it at that.
Justin?
I want to go ahead and give a quick nod to Vivian Lyra Blair, or Little Leia, once again. The fact that she helped repair the gate controls and found Lola and thought of checking the ventilation shaft was literally, yes, people can argue it's because the plot demands it. No, there's actually a reason for it. She's the daughter of Anakin Skywalker, who's very adept in fixing things, and also she's very adventurous. Given of what we know from Episode 1, she would go off and do her own thing, and obviously Bail Organa was very invested in doing his own adventures. Of course, again, context clues, and and seeing that relationship between Obi-Wan and Leia just totally grow, and showing how Obi-Wan trusted her was
And she
icing
takes
on the
initiative.
cake. Oh yeah, just like how she does in the original trilogy and the sequel trilogy. She is a born leader.
Yeah, you know it's funny. Like people say, like she's more Padme. I don't. She's not Padme.
Nope.
In my opinion, she's more Anakin. Luke is more Padme. I
Yeah.
noticed.
Ironically enough, you are right.
I noticed. Like, because Leia is more rebellious. Like Luke was never rebellious. He was like, "All right, uncle. All right, auntie," and like,
Yeah.
yeah. See,
hmm
that's why even Obi-Wan. That's why I think Obi-Wan was more. I love this. Way, I think Obi-Wan was more like into Leia, like more like loved, like not love, but, like was more closer because because keep in mind,
I think they've been through more. That's why.
yeah, I
been
know, but
through
like keep in
more.
mind, I know, but still, like keep in
Yeah.
mind, like he formed a connection with her that
Yeah.
he saw through his dad.
Exactly. Yes.
Basically, I think going to the context, I think it's what like Obi-Wan saw Anakin more in Leia, and like what Anakin could have been. I don't know.
Oh man, we're gonna talk about this in the next episode.
Anyway, no, next episode. So before we go to the next episode, Rev. So here's the thing about like Haja kind of effed up. So
Oh
Obi-Wan was
yeah, that's
preparing.
right.
Everyone was kind of preparing like a plan, what's like a contingency
A
plan,
backup.
a
Okay,
backup.
yeah.
Like in case he dies, Haja has to take care of Leia, bring
Yeah.
her back to Alderaan, and he brings
So he
up like
gave
Bail.
he gave him a saber and something else and a communicator. His
And a holster.
communicator.
Oh, the
his
holster and the
communicator with
communicator, that's right.
his communicator with Bail, and it was damaged. But thing is, you guys remember in episode 1, Owen, like a Breva friend Owen,
Yeah.
and like and so so he does leave the communicator behind. It's damaged, but Reva sees it and like says like, oh,
Fixes it.
fixes it, like, yeah, Owen at Tatooine. It's like, it's kind of funny. Are names in Star Wars really like just one person? Like, oh, Owen, like there could have been multiple Owens in Tatooine. Like, what the fuck? But anyway, it's kind of coincidental, because you never know. Maybe you went to another Owen and like he's not really what you're looking for. But the thing is, Reva does find out
Yeah.
that Darth Vader does have a kid.
Yeah.
So she does go to Tatooine, trying to assassinate Luke for revenge for her own, like friends. And now we have Obi-Wan telling, like, what's funny, like I like the fact that he tries to tell like tell the whole crew. So now before we go to that, the Jedi empathizers are being chased by now Darth Vader and Star Destroyer, and we find out that he just wants Obi-Wan. So Obi-Wan just guts away. I also like the fact that like he gives Leia like a holster. He's like, I really like there's no guns. Like, Leia, you're 10 years old. Like I'm not gonna be a blaster. But the thing is, it's a tease. It's a tease because like
Now I'm gonna look through the original trilogy and look for that holster.
I know. I was just thinking of that right now.
Like, does she? I think she does have a holster. Go
In
check
episode 5, I
dude.
think she does.
Oh shoot, then that's a good And after that, so Obi-Wan goes back to like, does he go back to Tatooine?
No, it's
No,
not
right?
Tatooine. I
No,
think
not
they
yet,
went back
not
to Jabeam, but a different
Okay, went back
area.
to Jabeam.
Or
A different area of
how-
Jabeam.
And like he legit like talks Obi-Wan in the Force, like, hey, I have to kill him. Like I have to kill. What I like about that scene, that it did pain them because like, fudge, I have to kill him. But it's kind of sad. Like he has a small glimmer of hope that Anakin might still be there. So now you skip forward. This is the best part of the whole episode. Obi-Wan versus Anakin, the real rematch, not the what the hell was that in episode 2? The real rematch.
Well,
And that
not really.
scene-
Would you really think of it as a rematch if the fight didn't really start? Because episode 3's fight was all one-sided.
Fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said. The real rematch.
Oh, the real rematch from like when Obi
Episode
and
3.
Anakin
Oh,
from
okay.
episode 3.
I thought
Yeah,
you meant
the
like,
real-
just the rematch
yeah.
of.
No, that was a
Um,
sparring. That was a stuff.
Yeah, no. I got what Ryan was. Where
That was a
Ryan
Yeah, now
sparring.
I-
That was a
now I
sparring
get it.
fight. That was not a rematch. That was a spar.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. So
Ha ha ha.
now I have to go back to now. I need to ask you guys this: what were you guys' thoughts on the final battle? Well, the final battle, but the final battle, episode 5 between Anakin and Obi-Wan, the real rematch of episode 3. Starting with Justin.
No. Okay. All right. I was pointing at Marvin, but okay. I'm gonna confess, I stayed up until midnight to watch this finale.
Same here.
I probably watched this episode 5 times in a row to memorize the choreography.
Ooh.
I was so enthralled that I haven't seen choreography this good since Nick Gillard did choreography for the prequels. And using that with the latest saber technology,
Ooh.
I was so impressed. This wasn't just fighting with light sticks. There was raw emotion with each parry, with each strike, and you could feel the tension, the conflict between Vader and Obi-Wan from literally the first word. Have you come to kill me, Obi-Wan? I
And
will
then
do
he
what I
brings
must.
that line
Then
back.
you die.
Ah,
That's funny. It also references Rebels. Remember Ahsoka?
Yep.
Like,
then
come with
you
me.
will die.
Then you will die. Remember in
Yeah.
like you will try. Now then you will say, oh crap.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, this was like total parallelism with Twilight of the Apprentice Part 2. I was like,
Mhm.
oh my god.
So,
But yeah,
just a quick side
Yeah.
note.
mhm.
This fight between the two of them, ever since Wednesday, I've been wondering.
Yeah.
Did this happen before or after his confrontation with Ahsoka?
No, this is this is after his this is before his confrontation with Ahsoka.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, because Obi-Wan takes place in BBY, and Twilight of the Apprentice takes place uh, after that.
Okay, so
Or,
after the Battle of Yavin?
no. This is all before the Battle of Yavin.
Oh, okay.
Obviously.
Right. I thought.
Um, but oh, wait a second. Sorry, I'm fact checking, just like
Because, trying to
yesterday's
line up-
episode.
just trying to
Wait.
line
So
up
is the question like, was this battle before her Darth battle with Ahsoka in Rebels?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is before.
Yeah, this was before. This
Yeah,
had
this
to
is
have
before.
been before.
This is before.
But
Because during this time, 10 years, like Ahsoka. Yes, this is before. This is before. Yeah. Because
Yeah,
remember,
for
Luke
sure.
is still young. Luke is still young, and Obi-Wan's not that grizzly like old person.
He's not gray and old yet.
Yeah, he's not
Oh,
gray and
yeah,
old yet. He's not gray and old yet.
Mhm.
Because like in Rebels, like he was very gray and old when Ahsoka showed
yeah.
up.
Right.
Okay, so now Justin, you want to add anything more or yeah?
Uh, I was just so. I'll just wrap it up. The choreography, and literally, it could be all seen through each action, through each line of dialogue. Deborah Chow and team, which I was fortunate enough to work with everyone on that team, did such a phenomenal job with this finale, and I can't wait to discuss more about it. Whew,
Okay, so
there's a lot.
Marvin, thoughts on this episode?
Tell
So
us, buddy.
six.
So unlike you guys who stayed up till midnight, I watched it first thing in the morning when I woke up.
That's a good way to start
It's
your
a good way
day.
to start your day.
I was like,
Best part
it
of
was just
waking up.
Star Wars.
Yes.
Like, didn't get up to brush my teeth yet or anything. I'm just like,
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
but,
Star
Like, but
Wars.
Star Wars thing, but Star Wars.
like I was just so mind blown by just the sheer like I was getting flashbacks to when I first saw Revenge of the Sith in theaters, just like how quick they were going at each other, and like what Justin said, you could feel that each swing of the sabers there was emotion backing it, just between these two characters. And towards the well, I'm gonna just say my piece on the whole entire fight and the latter half of the fight because I gotta get going soon. But the latter half of the fight, when Obi-Wan sneaks up on Vader, and then you can tell that took Vader by surprise. And when Obi-Wan sends him flying into that stone pillar, the shout that Vader lets out, it's like, oh crap, no one's been able to throw me like this since the war. He has his full strength back. And it's like he even does a thing that you could actually do as an attack in Old Republic, throw a ton of rocks at your opponent. I don't remember if that's a Jedi Knight move or a Jedi Consular move.
I think it was Consular. I think you're right.
Okay, so it's like throw a bunch of rocks at him, and like you hear Vader shouting and grunting a lot more in this part of the fight because it's like he's actually seeming to struggle, and no one's been able to make him struggle.
Mm-hmm.
So it was very interesting to see someone get one over Darth Vader.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. Also, adding tattoos, like remember the scenes like he goes in the ground, like, oh come on, say it. My only nitpick is like he didn't say.
Yeah.
He's like, come on, say it. Vader's like, I have the high ground. Like, oh, I didn't say it.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Like
I
I saw him like looking down at Obi-Wan, I was just thinking like he's gonna say, "Look who has the high ground now."
I was like, damn it, you shouldn't do that.
Don't try,
Complaint.
Obi-Wan. I have the high ground.
Yes. So that battle was emotional, but since Marvin has to go, we'll go back. Don't worry, me and Justin will still be here to talk a little
Okay.
more. What are your thoughts on? Well, let's go back to Reva, right? What are your thoughts? So again, actually no, I had to go to the main point. What are your thoughts on Reva? I mean Reva, this guy coming
I
back.
thought she was good. She has some parts that I don't like, such as how impulsive she is. But then again, Anakin was also like that as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't really judge the character that way, do a comparison, because that's just not fair. Because it's like, oh, this and this happened in the previous iterations of a character. Why can't this one and such and such?
Yeah.
But I found that the character was interesting. We finally have an Inquisitor that survives.
Right.
Because so far every Inquisitor that we've met has died.
Yes.
Yes.
So
Also, yeah, she does go back to Tatooine, and believe it or not, someone in this fellow stream was in that episode.
oh yeah.
Look at that.
There I am.
It's Red Pinoy. Red
Who's
Pinoy.
that there?
It's a Pinoy a space farmer.
There
I like
you
your
go.
space bandana.
Thanks, man. It's made of space material.
Space cotton.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So, a little fun fact, if I might say really quick. So we filmed all this the same day that the episode 1 sequences were filmed. So,
Oh wow.
a little fun fact for anyone that is familiar with film scheduling. They will film according to what fits the schedule from location to location. So that way units are not always coming back and forth all the time. So
It's cost effective.
yes, exactly. And so again, very hot
Mm-hmm.
type weather when we filmed this was great. Oh yeah, and you can see all the layers we're wearing. So you're always thinking this kind of apparel is meant to defend us from the harsh sand, but also it's to help us not burn either.
Mm-hmm.
Question, did you film this on set or was it in our location?
So this was on location in a secret location. It had leaked on TikTok at one point when they had
I remember
started
seeing
filming.
that TikTok.
It was
I was
so
like, ooh, someone's in trouble.
yeah, I'm pretty sure they lost their job. They probably are blacklisted or
Yep.
God forbid something's happened to them, but I hope they're okay now. But yeah, no, that was a serious problem. I saw it, and I had filmed the first day of Kenobi on the volume stage, and
Mhm.
when I saw that TikTok, I was like, "Oh no, yeah."
Mhm.
End story.
And sorry. Okay.
But
Now,
going
now,
to sorry.
sorry. Continue, Justin. I mean, Justin. Marvin.
Marvin.
So pretty much, my thoughts on Reva, her surviving. She couldn't go through with taking the life of a kid, even though she saw her former master, Darth Vader, do it to pretty much everyone she knew. So she has a redemption arc. And
Mhm.
this Inquisitor survives, and we'll see what happens, whether it be it in her own next appearance in a series somewhere, or even in comic books or a novel. We'll see. And
Here's
I'm
to
here for it.
hoping. Fingers crossed.
And
Um,
I just thought the fight between Vader and I'm not gonna lie, once he cuts Vader's mask open, and then once he starts saying, "I'm sorry, Anakin," for all of it, I just started crying. Like I can't. The acting's so good.
Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, let's talk about that scene. Like, so in the fight, Obi-Wan, so keep in mind, Obi-Wan fights. Spoiler: Obi-Wan wins the battle.
yeah.
Um, and you see him cut off, like brutally cut off, Vader's side of his helmet. Same thing what Ahsoka did in Rebels.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Same similar scenario.
Just
But
the
thing
other
is,
side.
it was our
Mhm.
side.
And it
But
looks like it was the cut was way deeper too.
yeah, way deeper.
Yeah.
Like, and then we actually got to see his face without the mask, live action. We're like, and I love the fact it's Hayden in the inside the suit.
Hmm.
And oh the god, the emotions. Like Obi-Wan tells like is that like he basically apologizes to Anakin. It's like, hey, I'm
For
sorry, like it's my
everything.
fault. Like, I'm sorry. Like basically he's trying to get him back to
Hmm.
like come back to the light side, but he's like, oh no. Anakin's dead. I killed him. It's like, oh crap. So that's why and now it makes sense for episode 4 why he told Luke that Vader killed his dad.
Yeah. Hmm.
Because like Anakin, he's still Anakin. Anakin accepted he is Darth Vader. Well, again, DID. But anyway, uh,
Like
but that's why, like, again, that's why he said, like, oh, Darth Vader, kill your father, because Anakin said, oh, I killed Anakin Skywalker. So,
Mhm.
so now it
that
makes
new
sense.
persona of Darth Vader is what
So that
killed
now
Anakin.
makes sense. So that's why Obi-Wan was not wrong. He just in a different perspective point of view. Even though he kind of lied, but his perspective. But anyway, so that's why I thought of it. Now again, Marvin, you have to leave, so
Yep.
I'm gonna talk at the last note here. What are your thoughts on this guy coming back? And I was right. I told you he'd come back.
I
Liam Neeson comes back.
Oh
Dude,
man.
I didn't disagree with you. I just said I'm not sure because I haven't seen or heard anything. But then again, neither did we see anything about Luke Skywalker coming back in Mando season 2. But yeah, I thought that it was good. The cameo for Liam Neeson coming back. Oh, and speaking of cameos, I did not foresee this. Palpatine being back as well.
Oh yeah, Ian
yes.
McKellen came back. Ian McKellen
Yeah,
came back.
even for
Oh,
just a few
McDermott,
seconds.
McDermott,
McKellen.
You
is,
said his name right.
McDermott. I met
is
the guy too
Gandalf.
3 weeks ago.
He's not
Uh-oh.
Magneto.
He's not
He's Magneto
Magneto.
to
He's
me.
not Gandalf.
He's Gandalf.
Ian McDermott. But
I mean, technically
yeah,
he's also
too many
seeing him
franchises
back was
going on.
very good.
Yes.
It was good. But
good.
Good.
I do like that how he said like if you can't put your past behind you, what are we gonna do?
That is true. I do agree with
Like
like
he
Emperor
didn't finish
Palpatine.
that sentence. It's like he's gonna get what is he gonna do? Fire him?
Right.
Like why do you
I
think he
mean-
has all these inquisitors for?
Yeah, we have to keep in mind that the Inquisitors are essentially hunting dogs for the Empire
Mm-hmm.
to rid the galaxy of Jedi,
But even potential Jedi.
even potential Jedi. Yeah, that was the big thing in this episode because again, the last of the Skywalker line lives, but again, only a select few know of that.
Mm-hmm.
But it was pivotal for this story.
And it's like, oh crap, they're potentially in danger, both of them in this series.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we also have to give note to Uncle Owen and Baru.
Oh
Oh,
my gosh.
They were badass.
Bonnie and Joel. Oh my gosh. Seeing
the
them
fact
act.
Aunt Beru gave Riva like a freaking cross to the face out of nowhere.
Oh,
Oh, and speaking of punches, did you guys catch Vader punching Obi-Wan?
yes.
Yeah.
Just like
Bam.
how he punched Obi-Wan in the face in episode 3 during
Yeah.
their fight.
Yes. But yeah, that is okay. So okay, it's unfortunately Marvin does have to go because he has
Bye, everybody.
But before we go, Marvin, let's take a little quick picture, a screenshot.
Oh, don't get that one.
We open lightsaber. Space Jesus. Oh. All right, Marv. Again, guys, this is Marvin. He'll be back for a future Star Wars podcast.
Yep.
Again, Marv, thank you for joining us and talk to you soon.
Yep. Bye, Ingat.
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 Ingat. I'm back,
Oh.
Obi-Wan. I was with you all along.
Master, where have you been?
I've been here with you the whole time. You know what's funny? I'm like, if you've been with him
Yeah.
all this time, then why'd you not effing warn him about Anakin, you deep? So it's
You
also
weren't
your
ready
fault.
for it.
It's your
You-
fault too, Space. You're not Space Jesus. You're Space. You're
From a
really gonna
certain point of view, you're wrong.
get- But anyway,
Yeah.
like, let's go talk about the final battle because we didn't go into the like. What were your thoughts on that conversation?
So with Vader and Obi-Wan, right?
Yeah, the conversation.
Okay. So the conversation from start to finish, Obi-Wan was very resolute, especially when he had revealed on the freighter. He was talking to Qui-Gon, Master, whether or not he dies or I die, it ends today. And so from there, Obi-Wan was resolute, just like as he was in Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. I will do what I must. And then across this fight, and then up until the point when Vader just sends the barrage of rocks and boulders upon Kenobi, and he's holding it up and uses the thoughts and memory of Luke and Leia in order to help empower him. He gains the upper hand to really deal it to Vader, to show that the light has no power. The light has all the power against the dark, and that the dark side is nowhere compared to that kind of level. And so being able to see that in action, and this is probably the strongest we've ever seen Obi-Wan in live action. And when it came down to this final conversation between him and a half unmasked Vader, again, just like what had already been discussed, I bawled my eyes out during this scene every time. You could hear the emotion from Ewan, and you could just hear the cold voice, the cold voice void of any emotion whatsoever other than anger and hate. You could see that in Hayden's performance as Vader. He said that, I'm not your failure, Obi-Wan. You're not responsible for this. You didn't kill Anakin Skywalker. I did. And just hearing that, and hearing Obi-Wan just say, goodbye, Darth, again, shows that proper gradual transition into what we see in A New Hope with their duel in that film with the original Star Wars. But also we see that Obi-Wan has finally come to terms that his apprentice and friend is truly dead. And so seeing that and seeing Vader at his worst, seeing that raw anger just manifest itself into something just so terrible, it you can't help but feel sorry for Anakin and his character. And both actors did a tremendous job at portraying both of those things.
Also, the fact that it was like, I like it was unique like Hayden's
Yeah.
voice mixed with Darth Vader's voice, like robotic. I'm like, it's
Yeah.
kind of refreshing to see him talk without the James Earl Jones voice. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's like a hybrid. It's like, oh, this it was actually creepy. It's like, oh shit, this is actually creepy.
Yeah,
Like,
because
hi, Obi-Wan.
the voice modulator would fade in and out to not only just to show that his suit was glitching from all the damage, but yeah, it shows that there's a gradual dip in and out between Anakin and Vader, and also a fun little detail that a lot of people, or you may have even noticed, is that depending on who's in control of the conversation, Obi-Wan saber, when he's talking, the accents of blue are on both him and Vader's faces, but when Vader really reveals about what happened and he controls the conversation, his saber comes more into view, and the glow of his red saber dominates him and Obi-Wan's faces.
Yeah. So again, going to wrap it up for that part. Like, that was one of the most emotional scenes we ever had
Mhm.
for a Star Wars battle. I mean,
Yeah.
lightsaber battle, and I loved it. Now I have to go forward to it is underwhelming, but not real. But but it's actually very important.
Yes.
With Luke, well, not really important. Actually, no, I have to say not important. But so Reva goes back to Tatooine. He said, like, tries to kill Luke.
Mhm.
And what are your thoughts on her turning to the good side again? Because she could not kill Luke. She can't, because like she feared that, oh shoot, I'm becoming him. I don't want to be him. That was not my main purpose. But well, before I explain more, like, what are your thoughts on that scene in general?
So that scene in general, with Reva uh being so consumed by revenge that she only has one goal. She's hell bent on taking away the one thing that she believes that can reconcile her guilt for not being able to take action during Order 66. Uh, Seeing that in action, even when Reva is literally struggling just to walk, she's limping. You can even see at the beginning of the episode, her torso is wrapped in a cloth, a bandage, if you will, a makeshift one. It's not
Where like
even.
Owen legit like holds it, like, damn, that's brutal.
Yeah, no, that impale, that lunge that she suffered from the previous episode, it's tough, and the only thing that's keeping her alive is literally that revenge, just like any other dark side user. And my favorite part definitely had to be seeing that conflict of Owen and Baru doing everything in their power to keep Reva away from Luke, because they understand how important he is, and they understand how much they love him. He's their nephew, and it was just so refreshing to see that Owen and Baru weren't just your average uncle and aunt. They were a badass couple who happened to be his uncle and aunt. So I definitely loved seeing Reva. Uh, I A lot of people aren't in support of it, especially with a lot of recent Star Wars media showing villains reconciling and wanting to go over to the good side. Um, I I loved it, and also I'm a fan of Moses. I got to meet Moses in person. She is absolutely amazing, and she did an absolutely astounding job as Riva. And she showed a gradual progression of how far someone can get lost, and that you can still find your way. And
Yeah.
it's like that in Star Wars. It's like poetry.
Yep.
Lucas
Star
said
Wars
it
is
himself.
poetry. What Lucas said, Star Wars is legit poetry. And in fact, you
So,
did meet her, but she was legit. You were legit behind her. So,
yeah, no.
so you saw her like, "Fuck you people." Oh,
Yeah,
anyway,
no. Yeah.
now I really like that scene because it showed like revenge is not always the answer. Like, you're
Yes.
like, it's like in Spider-Man, like, yeah, killing that's not gonna help it. That's not gonna do it. That's why Toby stopped Tom Spider-Man killing Green Goblins. Not gonna do
In No
anything.
Way Home. Yeah.
It's not gonna do anything. I did that because Toby did that. He did kill his uncle's supposed killer, and nothing
Yeah.
happened. Nothing happened. See, um, so I did like that scene. Reva turning to the good side. I kind of predicted it, but I love the fact that it was Obi-Wan in his last gesture as a Jedi, like a Grand Master. Well, Grand Master as a master to an actual. Because again, Reva technically, she's not a Jedi, but she the Force user. That's an accomplice.
Yeah.
Like gave him like one last advice, like, well, it's your choice now. Like,
Yeah.
it's your choice now. Like you're free you're free now. Whatever you do. So don't be surprised if they do make a season 2 Obi-Wan, which I hope they do. I don't be surprised
Right.
she becomes she also is a sidekick, similar to like Feng Shan and Boba Fett. Remember,
Mhm.
or
Yeah.
Mandalorian? The Baby Yoda. And yes, don't be surprised they have like a duo. Yeah, that'll be cool. Reva and Obi-Wan. So, but yeah, that's and you see Obi-Wan say hi to Luke and says hello there, like a
Hello
signature hello there.
there.
And then we finally see Qui-Gon Jinn, Liam Neeson after since 1999. Since
Yes.
1999.
The Phantom Menace. Oh my gosh.
You
But
finally see him again.
we see him in person for sure, but we did get to hear his voice throughout the Clone Wars series,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
this was definitely the first time we've seen him on camera since the Phantom Menace.
Also, I think he was also in Last Jet, like Rise of Skywalker. Remember the voices of Raiders?
Oh, that's right. Exactly. We had heard his voice in
Yeah.
Rise of Skywalker.
Same with Hayden. Hayden was actually one of the voices too. He
Yeah,
was like literally the first
Hayden,
one. He was the first one we heard.
Oh yeah.
Was it Hayden? No, or was it Yoda?
Or actually it was first it was Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan, then it was Yoda,
and
then Hayden,
and
and then it was Samuel Jackson because he was
Sam Jackson, and then Freddie Prinze Jr., and then also Ahsoka we heard, and also we heard Ayla Secura's actress also.
Yeah, so for some reason.
Strangely enough, I was like, whoa, they floodgates are open. Just bring back all the cool Jedi.
I know, but anyway.
Yeah.
So Qui-Gon's was. I mean, let me ask you this: did you like how they handled it, like his return?
I loved it. It was
Yeah.
simple. It wasn't like just overly. There was no grand pomp and circumstance. It was just very in line. It was very subtle. It didn't have to be so grand. And he was very coy about it. He's like, "Took you long enough, Obi-Wan." And I'm like, "Oh man, Qui-Gon, you silly."
So we could talk we could talk about so much of this episode, but
Yeah.
the runtime, like what's your rating of this episode?
This rating is a hands down 5 out of 5,
Same
10
here.
out of 10.
5 out of 5, 10 out of 10. Perfect.
A lot of
Perfect
people had issues with this series, let alone I have not heard anything critically bad about this finale, and I'm so pleased to hear that. Deborah Chow, the whole team, every single member of the crew and the writers, they did such a tremendous job on this show, and being able to see the prequels revitalized through this show is just so breathtaking and so welcoming. And I'm so glad that I hope this has revitalized some sort of appreciation for the prequels, because people tore up the prequels really bad. I mean, yeah, there will be those nitpicking things, but really this show brings out the best in Star Wars, using a good blend of original storytelling and familiar themes and characters that we grew up with in something new. And that's always so awesome to hear and see.
Awesome.
We got some comments.
Yeah, I'm actually trying to okay, so like I have the high ground.
Hey, Michael.
So
yeah.
The nice yes, the nice Qui-Gon. I'm gonna get you. I love the show. Sorry, man. I didn't know you were into Star Wars. Next time, maybe next Star Wars movie. Maybe episode 1.
Oh.
So many Star Wars references. Oh, he's talking about
Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
Sure.
But yeah, so many Star Wars references. Okay. So yeah, guys, that is the Buttery Show again. Justin, episode. Thank you so much for doing this episode. Obi-Wan. He was actually in the series. So respect. I was also proud of you for doing it. Congrats.
Thank you, guys.
Congrats, Justin. I will do what I must.
You will try,
Then you will die.
then you will die.
Die.
Oh man,
But-
whew, so many feels in this series for sure. One thing we didn't talk about, it was Ben and Leia's departure on Alderaan. Their
Yeah.
last
So,
thing. I think
so
we
we need
should
to talk
put
about the
that
last
in.
thing. This is the last thing we'll talk about.
Yeah.
That's actually one of the most sweetest things I ever watched. Because the thing is, you could tell Obi-Wan was at peace at peace.
Mhm.
Like he was at peace. Like he knew that, and he was like, "You're the future." Like he knew, like, yeah, I failed
Yeah.
Anakin, but I redeemed myself by taking care of his daughter, who's legit is him. Like again, like I said, Lucas Padme's legit Anakin. It's so
Yeah.
obvious. It's so obvious, and he saw himself like man, like you are our beacon of hope. I know Luke I know Luke. I'll say this. This isn't gonna be a hot take. I know Luke's technically the New Hope. In my opinion, it's not. It's Princess Leia. Like she's the one that
Mhm.
put the Rebel Alliance. She's the one that holds it together. She's like the princess.
Yeah.
Luke was just there, of course, to stop her dad, but she's the reason why that like the Rebel Alliance was formed.
Yeah. She helped get the plans of the Death Star
Mhm.
to the rebellion from
and
the
also-
Battle of Scarif. Yeah.
And also, I like what she saw the hard what Empire can do through the
Yeah,
series. So that's why,
firsthand.
yeah. So that's why it's also she's not scared of Vader. It's like, ugh, like really. So Leia
Yeah.
is the chosen one. Yeah, I'll say this. Leia, in my opinion, she's a chosen one. You actually look back
Yeah.
in the original trilogy. She the Battle of Hoth, like the escape plan, everything. It's all her.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. Leia is such a strong figure, even as a kid. I mean, at this point in the episode, when you see her taking the initiative to get dressed, she combines literally uh two types of like she combines her royal garments with adventure apparel as well. She wears boots, and she also wears Tala's holster. In seeing that change and that gradual progression in her character was so rewarding. And also, one quick thing we wanted to mention was when Obi-Wan was giving Leia that reassurance about whether or not they would see each other again. When when Ewan is having this monologue, and he's having this engaging in this dialogue with Leia, he's describing all these qualities that Leia has from both her mother, from Padme, and from Anakin.
Her dad.
But also, I can't help but sense that the writers wrote it in such a way in which they're also talking about the legacy that Carrie Fisher left for the character also. And of course, Natalie Portman, Hayden Christensen, Mark Hamill, though the four Skywalkers, those four Skywalkers really just sealed the deal. They've brought so much life and character into these characters, and wow, what a legacy.
Yes. We'll ask this last question, guys, and then we're gonna go.
Okay.
Do you think there'll be a season 2? I won't be not surprised if they didn't make another one. I won't be surprised. Like with this episode, I would not be surprised. They can go a lot way. I mean, if they had, in my opinion, I had to go. If they have to make pitch, I would like to see Obi-Wan learn how to become more one with the Force, like
The Cosmic Force.
the Cosmic Force. So I also you might see him back for more episodes. That'll be amazing.
Yeah.
See? Yeah.
Seeing Qui-Gon again, yeah.
Qui-Gon
I know
again.
Liam Neeson would love to. I think he said in a recent interview, or like he mentioned that he would love to be in more Star Wars again.
Yes. But that's my pitch. Or you can also go back to this teen story, like go back to his love life, or Obi-Wan's past. Where did he come from? He did mention he has a brother. He did mention that. He did mention that. So you can go that. So before we wrap up, like Justin, what's your pitch for season 2?
Well, we could explore that, though. My biggest thing would be exploring. Well, this season was all about Obi-Wan reconciling with his guilt. I
Mhm.
think how he can ascend into understanding the way the Force operates and how the galaxy is through Qui-Gon's eyes. I think letting that be the central theme of season 2 would be a great pitch idea,
Mhm.
in which also he'll be able to have parallels and have room with flashbacks from the Clone Wars in live action. I think that would be really great. A lot of people were definitely looking forward to flashbacks with Obi-Wan and Anakin, hopefully in their Clone Wars armor, but we didn't get to see that in this season. So maybe if they were to make a season 2, we could explore that as well. But you made some pretty solid pitches for what season 2 can be about.
Yes, especially
Yeah.
the part like I would do want him to go back to Satine, the Mandalorian. You can
To
also
Mandalore. Yeah.
put in like when Mandalorian season 3, season 4, anything like that. So see, oh,
Yeah.
okay, yep.
People will be able to line that up.
All right, guys. So this is the Buttery Show. Justin, where can I find you?
You folks can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at jcabantingva.
And you can find me Instagram dancerboy247 at the Buttery Show, and also please follow us at the Morphin Network if you love Power Rangers or anything Super Sentai. And I can't find my here it is.
There it is.
Yes. All right, guys. This is for signing out. Thank you guys for joining us. Hope you enjoyed the review. I don't know, nothing happening. But next Tuesday, we might have another podcast, and next Wednesday we'll be doing Lilo and Stitch. So,
Ooh, aloha.
aloha. All right, guys. This is the Buttery Show, and we're signing out. Bye, guys.
See ya.
Smile and wave, Justin boy. Smile and
Smile and
wave.
wave.
F4 to you.